Hey, what's up, peeps? This is your friendly neighborhood accountant checking in with y'all again today for another video. This video specifically goes out to all my fellow corporate thugs out there. During my recent trip, I was having some conversation with some of the good brothers, and it's kind of based off that conversation that led me to want to make this video for y'all. So this video talks about specifically employee stock buy-in programs. Okay, so I know a lot of people don't know exactly what that is and how it pertains to like their company, wherever they work with. So I kind of want to like highlight that and explain how it works and why it's a good thing for you all to invest in if you have the option to do so. So most importantly, understand that not every company has this, right? A lot of times you see this with mid-sized to large companies. But it's always good to check in with your HR department, benefits, or whoever to see if this is an option. Okay, so basically how employee stock buy-in programs work. These programs allow you to purchase company stock at a discount through your regular earnings. Okay, so specifically, you have the option to choose to contribute to the purchase of company stock based off your checks that you get in, whether it be every 2 weeks, twice a month, wherever it may be. You're allowed to take a portion of that and buy company stock, usually at a discount. Okay, so a lot of different companies, at least in my experience, they typically cap the amount of funds that you can use to purchase company stock. Usually it's around like 10 to 15% of your check. But with that, especially if you have a company that allows you to match it, right? So there are opportunities where you can take the amount that you contribute to, and then wherever you contribute to, the company will match that amount as well too, right? So with this, what this allows you to do is that over time, you are accumulating company stock, okay, right? So you may start off with only like a couple of shares, 5, 10 shares, right? But by the time you get to 3, 4, 5 years, I mean, you have accumulated close to 100 something shares, right, based off your contribution, right? Now, I will say this, in doing so, it's an adjustment because what you are contributing, right, is also what you're not getting in your check. So, which means that your check typically will be a little bit lighter than what you expected, right? So you have to make that adjustment to account for the amount that's going in and what you're not getting. But in the long term, however, you're looking at potentially large payouts over the course of 3 to 5 years, right? Speaking from personal experience, okay, the company that I previously worked for also had an employee stock buy-in program. I had to, of course, reach out to HR, benefits, payroll, just to kind of confirm and make sure that's something that they had. That way I can start contributing to it. And truth be told, once I made the change and started to invest it into it, it was an adjustment because I got my first check. And I was like, it's kind of short. But once I kind of got used to it and adjusted my budget for it, I really didn't miss the funds, right? So by the time over the course, I want to say about 3 years or so, when I decided to move over to my company now, I had a pretty hefty payout at the end of that period, right? Which allowed me to make other investments, pay off some debt, all that good stuff, right? To put me in a better position to do a lot of different things that I probably couldn't do if I wouldn't have invested in that, right? So for y'all who work in corporate, please, you have a chance. If you haven't checked in already, reach out to your HR representative, reach out to your benefits representative, and just see, hey, do we have an employee stock buy-in program? Okay, ask the question, get the information you need. Now, usually it's always a join-in period. It's not something you can just join in at the drop of the hat, right? But you have to ask, okay? That way you can be prepared, plan for it, apply to it, and then you can start using some of the funds that you're going to make anyway and invest it into the company and start building your wealth that way, right? Because that's what this is all about, building wealth. That way you can start having assets, build a portfolio and stuff, and build that generational wealth, because that's what's most important here, okay, right? So I hope this video helped you out. Like I said, look into it a bit more next time you have a chance. There are other different versions of employee stock programs depending on what company that you're in. But the important thing is that you have to ask. Okay, get insight, ask a question, and when you have the opportunity, invest, invest, invest. Let's build this wealth, y'all. See y'all next time. God bless.